All right, dear student, a very good day for you. So, welcome to the very first lecture session of our environmental assessment and monitoring lecture. So, you may be at your office, maybe workplace, construction site, maybe you are at the moment chilling at your home, on the sofa, whatever going there. It is very good to hear this kind of lecture as a bridging program. So, why I am mentioning that kind of thing? Because in your initially secondary education you may be graduated from the technical college, you may be got the diploma level in maybe HND, TTI, NDT, maybe PSN, city and guild. So whatever qualification you achieve from the past is that is past. So whatever results you have gathered from there, so you cannot change that kind of things. So this is that is a diploma level, okay. But when you come back to this kind of top up degree program, so you have to think about achieving a good high marks in next 1 year period. Because why I am telling like that, now the modern world has a lot of so many opportunities and so many scholarships are available for your future. So you can get the grab that opportunities and you can make your own path. So so think about that. If you can achieve the first class degree or maybe second per degree, that may be make you a better future for you yourself. So in this 1 year, next 1 year period, so you have to grab this knowledge, and in this kind of bridging program will be give the better idea for how to conduct the lectures in this course, and also how did you manage it to going through the lectures, what are the things you have done before going through the lectures, and how the assessment criteria will be evaluated. So these kind of thing will give the better idea for you, and this is a very good opportunity to you to familiar with the lectures. I know these are pre-recorded videos, so due to that, I think you cannot directly interact with us. But whatever going there, so this will give the better idea about how we are going to teach. So how you can manage to doing your present works and everything there. So think about that. So that is a critical thing is that the past is past. You can't change the past, but you can change your future. So this is a very important thing. This is a very good opportunity for you to coming up this kind of sessions. Okay. So first of all, before going through, I wanted to point about few more important things. So what are the few more important things? The first thing, let's me. So when I'm talking about myself, I am engineer Suresh Chanaka Padmasiri. So I will be doing the part of this lecture in this academic model. In this academic model, we have a team. Mr. Engineer Ravidu will also be joined to complete in this lecture in the near future and next part. And also, the talking about me, I'm delivering the lecture in Skill College of Technology for the past few months, and I'm also graduated as a civil engineer. My research interests are structural engineering, health monitoring, bridge engineering, and also concrete design. So that is a very brief introduction for me. You will get to know about me with the time while we progress with the program. So don't worry about that. We will be familiar with each other, whatever going there. So main thing is doing this kind of program in very good manner, and achieving high marks is I'm thinking about that is a very important thing. So as a student, okay, I know different people are coming from the everywhere. So you may be from the Jaffna, maybe particular, maybe Kandy, Colombo area, Gampaha, maybe different areas. It is good if you can get into know each other. So when the academic schedule will be start, you will be get the official WhatsApp group, then you can get to know each other. I think the peers working, the when you can talk with each other with your friends, and that will be helpful for also getting the good results. So I think that will be easiest to do this kind of program. So when you are working with your friends and other things. So next thing I wanted to mainly point about while I am teaching, I might use Sinhala here and there, but I will make sure I will explain all the everything in English. So usually we need to provide a briefly explanation in Sinhala as well. But if there are anyone who cannot understand Sinhala, so don't worry about that. For the easiness purpose and also the just get the little bit of support using Sinhala. For the smooth purpose, I am using Sinhala sometimes. Okay, but whatever going there, I will explain everything in English. So main thing, main language I am using is English. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about what I am using and everything there. So that is a way to do it. Okay. Okay. Let's come back to the point. Okay. The topic is environment assessment and the monitoring. Lecture 1, Introduction to Sustainable Engineering. Sustainable engineering, very familiar words. So where did you heard this word? So you maybe heard this word in everywhere in your day-to-day life. Sustainable, sustainable. කොහොමද ඒවා මෙහෙම අහලා තියෙන්නේ? ගොඩක් තැන්වලදී අහලා ඇති නේද? So I remember when I'm doing this kind of lectures in previous sessions. So that sessions, those sessions are live session. I asked few more questions from you, from students. So they are given what is mean by sustainability. They are given different type of idea. So they are sometimes taking thinking about the saving energy or maybe green concept, and there are so many answers like that. But remember that very important thing I wanted to mention about this saving energy or green concept, that kind of everything will be the part of a sustainable development and sustainable engineering. ඒවා එකේ කොටස් නේද මේ කියන්නේ දැන් අපිටම මේ මොනවා හරි එනර්ජි එකක් සේව් කරන එනර්ජි එකක් ඉතිරි කරනවා කියන එක එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිටම green concept ගැන කතා කරනවා කියන එක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට these are part of the sustainable engineering. So what is the correct definition of the sustainable engineering? So I am not, as a lecturer, I am not expecting you to go through the every kind of definitions, because definitions are very important. It will give the proper idea for you. But whatever going there, understanding the basic principle and concept is very important. Okay, look at the sustainable. So they are given the definition. Sustainable mean meeting our own needs. So we have to fulfill our own needs. So we need air and also water, houses and other kind of resources and everything there, meeting our own needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own need. So we are fulfilling our own needs. However, we are making sure that our future generation will also get the opportunity to fill their own needs. Again, අපි මේ තියෙන resources ඔක්කොම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. So we are not we are not going to finish all the resources available at the moment. But we are using හරිද? අපි use කරන්නේ නැතුව මේ ලෝභ වෙලා ඉන්නේ. Okay, we are using this resources, but we preserve it for the future generation also there. Because then after that they can also use the resources also there. Then නිකමට හිතන්න අපි වනාන්තරයක් ගත්තොත් when you're talking about the forest, අපිට මේ forest එක සම්පූර්ණ නැති කරලා දැම්ම කියලා. We are destroying all the forest. Then what will be happen in the future generation? So we are talking about our kids or maybe their next generation. They don't have a chance to go there and feel this kind of, this is a forest. Okay, this is a Singaraja, very beautiful forest. So they can't have a chance to feel that things we are expecting from the when you are going for Singaraja. So අපි ගිහලා ගන්න experience ඒගොල්ලන්ට experience කරන්න බෑ නේද? එතකොට එහෙම කරන්න හොඳ නෑ. මොකද අපිත් පාවිච්චි කරන ගමන් when we are using this kind of things, we have to give the opportunity to future generation to meet their own needs. So this is the correct meaning of the sustainability. So when you're talking about the example for the sustainability, so much things you can talk about. Maybe solar energy, sunlight, or maybe fuel, forest, and water, maybe organic product. So we are using this everything there. So these resources are already available in there, but remember that these are mass scale of sustainability. Yes, mass scale of sustainability, solar management, solar system, fuel consumption rate, full maybe proper way to sustainability, water consumption. So at the moment, we already know Sri Lanka already facing a huge economic crisis. At the economic crisis again, the due to that sustainability played a major role. Why is that? Because Sri Lankan doesn't have a proper money to proper dollars. We don't have a proper dollars. Okay, so due to that, what will happen? We cannot build the new buildings or new infrastructures or new bridges. So due to that, what will happen? So at the remaining infrastructures, we have to develop some kind of way. We have to do some kind of reconstruction, rehabilitation things, or maybe some kind of health monitoring systems. වගේ දේවල් කරන්න ඕනේ. අපිට කොහොම හරි කරලා මේව පවත්වාගෙන යන්න ඕනේ. මේ තියෙන buildings, තියෙන bridge එහෙම. දැන් ඒවා failures මතුනොත් මේක පාට ගලවලා දාලා අලුතෙන් පාලමක් introduce කරන්න බෑනේ. So we cannot introduce a new bridge. If there some kind of bridge has some kind of problem, we cannot remove that bridge and we cannot introduce a new bridge. So we don't have proper money. So that is the main thing you have to identify when you are talking about sustainability. And other word is development. So when you are in your childhood, you may be you may be heard so much things about the development. Because why is that? Because Sri Lanka, we are talking about every time Sri Lanka is a developing country. And other developing countries are available there. Whatever going there, Sri Lanka is a developing country. We are always telling about Sri Lanka is a developing country. But whatever going there, development is a process that creates a growth, progress, positive changes, addition of physical, economical, environment, social, anyway. Okay, whatever going there, whatever definitions over there, the development is like a growth of something. Okay, growth of country or growth of some kind of institute, some kind of maybe infrastructure, anyway. So country is developing. So that is another thing. Okay, so first we learned about the sustainability, second we learned about developing. So now I wanted to adapt these two words together, that is mean the sustainable development. Look at that, this will indicate the good idea. So what is mean by sustainable development in Sinhala meaning? So you maybe heard about Tirasara Sangvardhane. ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ පොඩි කාලේ, when you are in the kids, when you are in the little age, when you grade 9, 10, 11, you may be heard about sustainable development, but you don't have a proper idea. Because the most of the maybe your teachers and all this stuff, they are talking about they are not giving the proper example for you. So examples දෙන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට එපා වෙනවනේ sustainable development කියනවා රෝමියා උගන්වනවා, but we don't have a proper idea. So sustainable development means you are developing, but also you might need to think about the future generation, how to smartly managing the resources to the future generations. Okay, so that is the meaning of the sustainable development. Okay, the development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation. again අනාගතය ගැන හිතන්න ඕනේ. අපි දිනු වෙන ගම අපි දිනු වෙලා විතරක් හරියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒතකොට ඉස්සරහ පරම්පරාවලට so they didn't have proper resources to build their own future. So that is not a good thing. එහෙම වුණොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? අපිට පෘථිවිය දාලි වෙලා මූන් එකට යන්න වෙයි. මොකද මේ අපිට වෙන එකකට මයිග්‍රේට් වෙන්න වෙයි. වෙන ප්ලැනට් එකට. So that is not going to be work. Okay, in society we have to think about this kind of thing that will give the proper idea for sustainable development. Okay, so let's get some kind of example. So let's get this kind of road. Okay, I think red color is better. Let's get this kind of road. So this is a small road. So roads are normally busy, and we have to face so many traffic congestion there. So what will be happen? So due to that, so development mean you have to do some kind of widening of these kind of roads. So in previously it was a usual road, but whatever going there now it's a asphalt road. Okay, carpet පාරවල් කියන දැන් සාමාන්‍ය පාර ලොකු කරන්න හදන්නේ. Okay, so due to that what will be happen? You have to widen of this road. මේ පාර ලොකු කරන්න ඕනේ හරිද? So that is the development. Okay, so after developing it may be have a two lane of road. Okay, So after widening if this road, what will be happen? අපි මේ පාර ලොකු කළාගෙන් මෙන්න මේ පැත්තට මේක ලොකු කරනවා. Also මෙහෙම ලොකු කරනවා. හරිද? එතකොට දැන් මේ අනිත් කොටස මැකිලා යනවානේ. So then what will be happen? So this part will be no longer available. Okay, now the road is get widening. The previously it take 30 minutes to travel due to the traffic, but now it take 15 minutes. So everybody are very happy about now at the moment present condition because it is time saving and also fuel consumption is reducing. So they already very happy about that. So that is a very good thing they are talking about. But when this development are going, we need to compromise the ability of future, because you can see the widening this road is not a very easy thing to do. So you have to cut down the so many trees, so many environmental affected process are going there. So that is not a good thing to do. So that is another thing we are thinking about the when you're thinking about the sustainability development, we have to think about this kind of critical affected thing. So what kind of things do we need to do? So I think you may have a proper idea about now at the moment what is sustainable development and everything there. So let's go to the next part, that is also the sustainable development. They will give introduction for that. Sustainable development means making sure that the things we do, the good we buy and the lifestyle we have today will not harm to the environment for us and for the people in the future generation also there. So that's another important factor. I think you maybe can understand what I'm talking about. So this is another critical factor, another critical thing you may need to know about. අපි මේක example එකකින් බලමු. Let's get some kind of example. So think about you have some kind of land. මේ වගේ ලොකු land එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා හිතන්න. So there is a land, okay. So this is the plan view of the land. That's been top view. So this land consists of the some kind of water resources there. Water resources available there. It may be this one may be a lake or some kind of reservoir. Anyway, this is some kind of water infrastructure available there. Then there are very valuable trees are already included there. Our good valuable trees, let's see. So don't worry about my trees are not very beautiful. So whatever going there, so there are few more valuable trees are already included there near the water resources. Then as a landowner, now what is your intention? So you want to intention is come up with the multi-purpose building. So you this land is on, I think last 30 years you have this land, but unfortunately you didn't get any kind of investment or you didn't get any kind of profit from this land. Now after that, after 30 years, you are decided to thinking about the building a construction a new multi-purpose building. That means 3-story commercial building is very important. Then after construction that kind of 3-story building, you can rent that building and get earn some money from there. So you are now thinking about that. දැන් ඔයා හිතනවා මේ building එක කොහොම හරි building එකක් මෙතන හදලා ඉවරලා මේක කුලියට දී ගත්තොත් rent කරොත් එහෙම, so that will be better for your future. එතකොට ඔයාට එකෙන් ගොඩක් දේවල් ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. So that will be good. So මේ වගේ මොකද මෙන්න මේ land එක වටේට සමහරට neighbors ලත් මෙහෙම ඉන්නවා. ඒක ළඟම සමහර කට්ටිය තව ඉන්න පුළුවන් තව. Okay, so there are so many things, okay. So there are few more neighbors around this land and they were very happy about your concept and what you are going to do. So you are come up with a massive building. It's a kind of a development of this area. So that means people, neighbors who are working, living around this land are very happy about if this happened. So they are very happy about this land, because due to this construction of new building, their land price may be increases, then and their quality of life and the productivity and everything will be increases. So that is another good thing, okay. So let's say you are going to build in a 3-story building. So 3-story building, first part in the bottom part as a ground floor. You are going to rent for the some kind of supermarket. So putting the some kind of supermarket is planned for you. So you can rent for some kind of kills, maybe food city. Think about you are going to put some kind of food city there. Okay. Then food city එකක් දාන්න යන්නවා මේ ground floor එකේ. And okay, when you come back to the first floor, you are going to put the some kind of restaurant there. There may be KFC, maybe McDonald, maybe Pizza Hut. ඒතර ඔයාට එක වගේ දෙන්න පුළුවන්. So what are the things you are planning to do in the topmost floor? You can put the, some kind of clothing brand there. So maybe we are going to hire them for the rent from them for the no limit, or maybe Odell. So think about we are going to put the, some kind of clothing brand in the Odell. Okay. So this is the way you are going to now do. So due to this present condition, what will be happen? You can see the people are living around this land. They are very happy about these things. So they already very happy about the food city near to them. So obviously it's a development. You can see it's a development. Okay. So that is a very good for them. So as a landowner, what will be happen? So I can build this uh, 3-story multi-purpose building in this kind of area. In this area. මට මෙතන වගේ හදන්න පුළුවන් building එක. So then after that, what will be happen? It is going to come up like this. It is a sustainable development. Is it? Isn't it? The people are very happy. They also, as a client, I can get them more profit and also more money. But you can see, if I'm going to build my new construction building at this site, what will be happen? I have to destroy this water body. Not only that, I need to destroy this, cut down all the trees around there. So is it a sustainable development? Yes, I can achieve so much economical thing. This is a social and economical well-being thing for the society, everything there. But I have to cut down all the trees and also all the natural resources, natural water infrastructure is available there. Is it a good thing? So due to that, what will be happen? So future, you not got get this chance to have this kind of trees. It is good to achieve in the economical and social well-being thing, but you can see the environmentally it is not developed. It is not a sustainable development. You have destroyed the future resources and like this kind of ancient old trees and also water infrastructures. So that is not a good thing to do. So building a construction in this kind of way, that is not a good way to do. So what are the things we can do? ඔයාට මොනවද ඊළඟට කරන්න පුළුවන්? දැන් මාර වැඩක් නෙ මෙතන වෙන්නේ. හැබැයි ඔයාට මෙතන තියෙනවනේ හිස් ඉඩක්. ඔයාට මෙතන කරන්න පුළුවන් බිල්ඩින් හදන එක. So you have a building like this, what will be happen? You can save the water body. Not only that, you can save all the trees around there. So you have a presence, very clear situation, and you have preserve it for the future generation also there. You haven't destroyed all the natural resources and disasters there. ඔයා දැකලා සමහරලාට අපි මේ වගේ බලන්න ගියාම සමහර බිල්ඩින්ස් හදලා තිනවා බිල්ඩින් ඇතුළේ water infrastructure තිනවා. Due to that, what will happen? Everything will be you can achieve the social environment, economical well-being, and not only that, environmental friendly condition also there. So now can you understand the difference between the just a development and also sustainable development? The previously we are doing this kind of construction, you have to cut down the trees, you have to removing this kind of water infrastructure, then what will be happen? Yes, you develop, but that is just a development without having the environment friendly condition. But you can introduce you can achieve in that the both three factors like economical and also social well-being. Not only that, environment friendly condition, that will be give the better indication of sustainability development. That is the mean by sustainable development. That is the way to you have to achieve this kind of sustainable development in proper manner. So I think that will give the better idea for you. So not only that, So previously we discussed about the large scale example like construction industry and that kind of such a things. But let's get some kind of small scale of example. So let's say as your family, how can you contribute to sustainable environment? How to contribute to sustainable development at home? So can you think about one example of one particular thing? So every time when I'm talking about the sustainable development, environmental, that sort kind of things, you are thinking about the environmental. Environmental is the main thing, main thing. Uh, any other methods? Can't be contributed to the sustainable environmental as one person or maybe when we are at the home. So I remember when I was conducting the lectures in previously, I think few more people are giving the thought about. I asked about this kind of thing, and they are giving the few more examples. I think you may can also think about this kind of example. Switch off the AC, air condition, or maybe switch off the light, switch off the fan, saving domestic water, and avoiding a disposal item. So, so you can see there are different kind of specific answers are there. So can't we use this kind of thing? So this is a very important thing. These are very important things. So when I am talking about these kind of things, I remember few more story behind this concept, behind these things. So I didn't exactly remember where did I heard this story. So whatever going there, let's think about that person. Okay, that person has now at the moment his age is 21. Let's name him as a Nimal. Okay, he's a Nimal. Okay, he's a jobless person. He doesn't have a good education background. Whatever going there now, he's at the age of 21. Okay, so did you heard about the word called thrifty? So what is thrifty? Thrifty කියලා වචනයක් අහලා නැද්ද? thrifty කියලාත් කියනවා thrift කියලාත් කියනවා. What is meant by thrift? So අර පිරිමැස්ම සකසුරුවම එහෙම වචනයක් අහලා තියෙනවනේ අර සමාට when you are watching the TV you maybe see that අර පිරිමැස්මෙන් රත්තිත කොහෙද නේද ඉන්නේ? අර වෙනම ඉන්නෝනේ මිස් කෙනෙකුත් කියලා වෙන බුද්ධිමත් මොලේ smart thinking thrifty. එතකොට so what will be happen to this Nimal? So Nimal had a father, but his mother was died at his childhood age. Since his childhood age, every time his father is talking about and telling about so many things about this kind of thrifty. Why he's already laugh and loud and scold about him to switch off the fan, switch off the light, so prevent the water and everything. There's kind of so many things are talking about. Nimal has so much headache about this kind of trouble about this kind of thing. Every time my father is told about this kind of thing. So this is a very, very annoying thing. He's not like for this kind of things. But whatever going there, slowly he's trying to get this one as a habit. එයා හැමතිස්සෙම මොකද කරන අම්මා තාත්තා හැමතිස්සෙම කෑ ගන්නවා අම්මත් හැමතිස්සෙම කෑ අම්මා නෑනේ දැන් මෙයාගේ දැන් අපේ ගෙවල්වත් එහෙමනේ දොගලයා ගෙවල්වත් සාමාන්‍ය අම්මා හැමතිස්සෙම කෑ ගහනවා අම්බෝ ලයිට් ඔෆ් කරන්න කියනවා ෆෑන් ඔෆ් කරන්න කියනවා මේ ගෙවල් තියෙන ඔක්කොම විනාශ කරනවා කියනවා එමෙ කෑ ගහනවා නේද every time they are scolding and හැමතිස්සෙම කෑ ගහනවානේ එතකොට ඇයි ඒ එතකොට මෙහෙම මේක ගැන කියනවා හරිද ඉතින් ඇත්තටම මේක මහා හිසරදයක් වෙලා තිබෙන නිමල්ට අතරට මර කරදරයක් හැමතිස්සෙම මේ කියනවා දෙයක් හැබැයි යා මොකද උනේ මෙයා කියන්න මේකට ඇඩික්ට් වුණා මෙයා මේක හැබිට් එකක් විදිහට දැන් මොකක් වුණත් දැන් මේක කියලා කියලා ඉවරයක් නෑ අවුරුද්දක් පුරාට හැමදාම he's already switch off the fan switch off the lights ඊට පස්සේ මේ ඒක හැමතිස්සෙම කරනවා close the taps හරිද වතුර එළියට යනවා ඒ වගේ දේවල් හැමතිස්සෙම කරනවා හරිද so whatever going there now he's 21 years of age now the boy is looking for a job but he doesn't have any kind of qualification. So one day he saw a human resource management job in the newspaper. Okay. So he applied for this job even though he didn't have that kind of qualification. Okay, then fortunately the job interviews came to him. He was ready for the interview in the morning and he was arrived at the on time. And also after entering into the relevant institute, he saw that the tap is already open and so many waters are going through on this tap. As a usually, and that is his habit, and the trained by his father, he closed the tap and entered into the building. දැන් මෙයා මොකද මේ building එකට ඇතුළු වුණාට පස්සේ එයා දැක්කා උදේ පාන්දරම මේ වෙලාවටත් යන පුරුදු වෙලා හිටිය තාත්තා පුරුදු කරලා තිබ්බ හින්දා මොනවා වුණා මේ ටැප් එකකින් හොෝ ගාලා වතුර යනවා. පාර මෙයා මොකද කළේ ගිහිල්ලා ඉක්මනටම ගලා මම ටැප් එක ඕෆ් කළා නිකන් අර පුරුද්දට දැන් අවුරුදු ගානක් තිස්සේ පුරුදු වෙලා ඉන්නේ. So not only that, here while going a little further, the fan and lights were left on the corridor. The corridor දිගදී මේ fan දාලා light හැමතැනම දාලා then he will done he turned off all the lights and the fans. ඒ කියන්නේ අනවශ්‍ය lights ඔක්කොම off කළා දැන් හරියද? Unnecessary lights and fans are off. Okay. So there were people who had a lot of qualification for the jobs. ඒකට දැන් job එකට ගොඩාක් අය ඇවිල්ලා හිටියා. හරිද? So much of people are there. They have some of them have a human and resource management. Degree holders are already there. However, no one was chosen. Then Nimal is already entered to the interview panel room. Then suddenly, when he entered to the in front of the interview panel, he is directly chosen for this job. So what is the reason behind that? Why is that? So why is that? Any kind of idea? The reason for that was that the people of the interview board were watching what Nimal did on CCTV. Again, CCTV එකල බලන් ඉදලා මේ නිමල් කරපු දේවල් දිහා ඔක්කොම. This was a setup, okay? No one who came to the interview work like that. මේක ඒගොල්ල කලින් plan කරලා කරපු දෙයක්. මේගොල්ල කලින් මේ interview එක කලින් set up කරලා මේ මෙහෙම තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා. හරිද? කමිට කලින් interview board එකට ආපු අර degree qualification තිබ්බ කවුරුවත් මෙහෙම දේවල් කරලා තිබ්බේ නැහැ. They said that we need someone who can manage this institute. See, you are the right person for that. See what happened because of the things you practice as a child. So this is sustainability and also this is the thrifty. So that is the thing you have to identify. Think about how much knowledge and how much experience will give that story. So that is a very good thing. Not only that, so you may have a kids or maybe near future you maybe have little kids, okay? So if you can train them to not to use the polythene, that's another example, okay? That's a good habit. So introduce them because so we can say about polythene is using the polythene is very easy, but it is not a convenient way. Yes, it is also harmful to the environment, okay? So if we can introduce the good habit, new habit like this kind of as a kids, this is a small way to contribute to the sustainability development. With the 1 second, I think you can't change the whole world, but this is a small step. This is a small contribution. So these kind of things are very important. With this your kid might not be changed the whole the world. සමහරට වගේ මේ ළමයා කරන මේ පොලිතින් භාවිත නතර කරනවා කියන එකෙන් මුළු whole the world එක change කරන්න බෑ. But those small steps will contribute to the major development in near future. Important thing is individual contributors are mainly affected to the major development in the society. So that is the main thing you have to think about. I think as a developing country like Sri Lankan people doesn't have that kind of mindset. But when we are talking about the developing country like some kind of Europe countries, and they have this kind of ability, they have this kind of attitude. So attitude can change everything. Sustainable development is also already depending on these kind of factors. So we can introduce so many alternative stuff like that. So these kind of things. So this is another small step we can do there. අපිට පොඩි පොඩි alternative දෙයක් හඳුන්වා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් polythene bag එක පාවිච්චි කරනකොට මොකද polythene කියන්නේ ගොඩක් toxic material එකක්. So using the polythene එක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගොඩ කාලයක් තියෙනවා සාමාන්‍ය environment එකට වැටෙන පස්සේ අවුරුදු 600ක් විතර තියෙනවා. So that is not a good thing to do. Okay. So making sure your kids are aware of saving the domestic water. So you can introduce the list of good habits. So normally when you are in the as a childhood, and also when you are training some kind of a child, so you are given the list of good habits. What are the good habits? Woke up in the early morning, maybe brush your teeth, not a maybe, okay, you have to do it. Okay. Respect your elders, drink in proper water. So you can introduce this kind of a few more good habits. Avoid the using of polythene bag and this kind of thing. Switch off the fan, switch off the light. So that will indicate it, and that will give you the good clear idea for your small step to that may be small step to for the sustainability development. ඒ වුණාට බලන්න එකෙන් ලොකු දෙයක් ඔයාට කරනවා මේ good habit එකක් introduce කරනවා කරන එකෙන්. හරිද? අන්න ඒ වගේ දේවල් තමයි ඔයා හැමතිස්සෙම හිතන්න ඕනේ. පොඩි ස්ටෙප් එකක් වුණාට කමක් නැහැ ඔයාගේ ජීවිතේ. බට් ඒකෙන් වෙන්නේ sustainable development එකට ලොකු සේවයක්. පොඩ පොඩි steps එකතු වෙලා තමයි ලොකු step එකක් හැදෙන්නේ. So that is the thing you have to remember. Okay. Okay. So can you remember the very first time I asked from the what is meant by sustainable engineering? So we talk about sustainable engineering. Look at that. The sustainable engineering. So you are as a engineering staff, it's sustainable manner is proper way to evaluate. So development, if you can convert the development into sustainable development, that is the way to do the sustainable engineering. So that is the main thing you have to do about. I think we already discussed with the previous example about this land. So first we are going to build the land and build the multi-story commercial building in this area. So due to that, what will happen? So much of trees and water infrastructure will be destroyed. So that not going to be work. So if you can build that 3-story multi-story building there, so that will be already affected to the sustainability development. That means if you can also get the social benefits, not only that economical benefits also there, so you can save the environment. So if you can achieve the these kind of important pillars, that is the way to do the sustainability development environment. I think මම හිතනවා ඔයගලන්ට මේවා තේරෙනවා ඇති කියලා. I think ඔයාලට ඇත්තටම වාසියක් ගන්න පුළුවන්, economically ගන්න පුළුවන්, social වශයෙන් ගොඩක් ප්‍රයෝජනයක් වෙනවා. ඉතින් වටේ ඉන්න මිනිස්සු හැමෝම කැමතියි නැවිලා රෙස්ටුරන්ට් එකෙන් කාලේ යන්න, ඒගොල්ලන්ට ආසෙ විදිහට ජීවත් වෙන්න. දැන් 3 wheel එක නැගලා කිලෝමීටර ගණනක් ගිහිල්ලා මේ බඩු අරගෙන එනකොට වඩා ඉක්මනට බඩු ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. So that is the way to do it. ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එකටත් ගොඩක් වටිනව නේද? මේ එන්වයරන්මන්ට් එකත් මේගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් මේකෙන් එළියට ඇවිල්ලා they can walk in the park. මේක පාර්කයක් විදිහට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මේකේ වතුර බලන්න, මාළු බලන්න ගොඩක් දේවල් යන්න පුළුවන්. So I think you may can understand what I am talking about. Okay. Okay. I hope everybody is clear to that. Okay. Now let's move to the next part. So what is the next part? The 3 pillars of sustainability. So what is this one? 3 pillars of sustainability. Development model. So this is the basic and fundamental idea of the sustainability development. Okay. I would like to focus on you to the same example previously discussed about. So what is the same example? Let us move to that one. So this is an example we previously talked about. Okay. So you can see this is your land, you are the client. So you have nearby houses. So you are the client of the building and your intention to earn the money and also get the profit. So get the profit from what? Rent or something like that. Okay. So this is a commercial building. This is not like a house. This is not built for your family. Okay. So obviously you are economically fine. Okay. Because you can earn the profit and also you can earn the money. And of course, socially it's also good. Why is that? In society it is a good. You can see these people had a take to the 3-wheel to go to the food city, but now they can easily go to them, enjoy there and so much everything there. But if you build the construction building in that area, what would be happen? You can achieve the economical and social behavior, but there's a problem about the environment. So if you come up to this kind of building in somewhere else, so that is the proper way to do it. So that is why I told you previously, sustainability concept has the 3 pillars. So you have to need to be identify these three pillars. So that 3 pillars are indicated in this diagram. So that is a very important part you have to remember. එතකොට බලන්න මේ sustainability කියන මේ බන් මේ roof එක the column තුනක් උඩ තියෙන්නේ. One is social, one is environmental, one is economical. The most of the people are thinking about sustainability mean environment. That is not the way to do it. Okay. දැන් අපි මේ ගත්ත example එකේ that example the environment is critical, social and economical behavior is already there. So when you can fulfill these three factors, then only we can call a sustainability development. So without having any kind of one pillar, so one particular some kind of column, so you cannot tell about that is a sustainable development. Here my point is not only the environment, we also have to think about the other social and environment economical benefits also there. In order to call the sustainable development, you have to fulfill all the three requirements. Okay. So that is why we call this as this is a three-pillar concept of sustainability. You see the sustainability rest on the three pillars. In any case, if you one fail, it will not a proper sustainability. So I think you can understand what I'm talking about, and this is the main critical thing I wanted to mention about. The previous I also talked about the environmental condition is not satisfied, but other than that, other social and economical condition are satisfying the previous example. So let's move to the another example, then we can get the proper idea about that. Okay. So, okay, let's get another example. While you are traveling Colombo to Kandy, in Kadugannav area, I think you may see people are selling some kind of toys like the balloon that they blow then and float in the water. So let me show you a picture. Okay, I think if I show some picture, then I think you have a proper idea. So can you see this picture? So I think now you can see that picture. So this balloon that blow them and also float in the water. I don't know what is the exactly name of that. So have you seen these kind of things? These kind of things are already put into the swimming pool or other things. This is some kind of toy items. Okay, I think you can see these kind of things in previously. Okay, the main thing is after research it had been found that this material to be made up from this kind of floating items is not good for the environment. Okay, this is done by the government research institute, and after finding and they are revealed about this kind of research reports and their final reports, the government decided to prohibited this item. So that means they found about this material is toxin and toxic is toxic to the environment. The what the government decided to do is as a sustainable development solution, they suddenly ban this one. So by using a gasset, okay. ඉතින් හිතන්න ගැසට් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරලා මේ මැටීරියල් එක පාට නතර කරන්න තීරණය කළා. ඒගොල්ලෝ මොකක්ද දුන්න solution එක? So they are telling about this is a sustainable development solution because this material is not good for the environment. This is toxic, and within this toxic material, there can be so many diseases can be happen, so many things can be happen. So that is the solution they are given. So thinking about the future and environmental, the solution will be maybe you can think about that will be correct. So it is an environmental sustainability. That's 100% correct. But is that a sustainable development? So what is your opinion? Yes, that this one is very good when we are comparing the environmental procedure, because in the previous example in the high-rise building construction of the three-story building, we talk about the social and economical aspect of that kind of things are in a good manner, but environment condition are not in a good manner. But in this one, the prohibited of this kind of material are environment friendly. That is the things we wanted to achieve as a sustainable development. මොකද ඔයා හිතන්නේ මේක environment friendly ඉතින් කරපු දේ හරිනේ. ගොඩාක් අය හිතන දෙයක් තමයි sustainable development කියන්නේ environmental කියලා. හැමතිස්සෙම green concept. So that is the thing they are thinking about. No, that is wrong. Why is that? So think about what happened to the poor people that are selling these kind of items. So these poor people are suddenly going to lose their jobs, their income. So they are suffering from due to that. They don't have a proper income. Then how did you do that? Their works. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ළමයි ඉන්නවද? ඒගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉස්කෝලේ යවන්නේ? ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන්නේ කොහොමද? කන්නේ බොන්නේ කොහොමද? The socially and economically, it is not a good thing. You can see economically they are already down. So even though you think about the environment friendly condition is very good, you took this step, but it is not good for the considering the social and economic consideration. So it's better to replace the alternative ideas. So we can, you maybe can give the alternative ideas for them, give that some kind of time to change in their jobs, some kind of maybe the government can fund in some kind of money and teach them to new industry. So some kind of things, so making some kind of matchbox or මොකක් දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන් අලුත් දෙයක් introduce කරන්න පුළුවන්. So the same thing also happened in the last president time region. Okay, you know the Sri Lankan last president is Gotabaya Rajapaksa, Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa sir. What will be happened there? ඔගොල්ලෝ මතක ඇති කාලේ වෙච්ච දේ. So the Gotabaya Rajapaksa directly decided to the introducing the organic plantation, organic culture to the Sri Lankan traditional agriculture system. So what will be happen? Normally our farmers and all the peoples are working on there. They are already addicted to do using the chemical fertilizers. What will be happen? They are directly transferred to the 100% organic fertilizers using 100% organic fertilization. That cannot be done within 1 or 2 days. So you can see there's a huge difference between that. So these kind of things you may have to need to be concerned about when you are doing the sustainable development. Okay. එතකොට බලන්න අපි මේ වගේ concept ගැන හිතන්න ඕනේ හැමතිස්සෙම. හරිද? ඒක හරි වැදගත්. හරිද? So you know these lectures are already pre-recorded lectures. So due to that, I think you maybe feel like sometime I am doing this lecture in so fast. So my speaking style is very fast sometime. Yes, you maybe feel like that. Okay. So if you feel like that, this all the recordings are uploaded to Google Drive. There is a button called setting button. You can go to the setting button. You can change their speeds. You can change, you can reduce the speed of their into 0.75x, or maybe you can download these lectures to your computer and using some kind of player, you can reduce the speed into 0.75x, 0.5x, and you can listen to be very carefully. Okay. I think without having a proper interrupted to the student. So sometime I may be doing this lecture in very fast. So if you have any doubt, you can email me, you can get the idea about me, idea about this kind of concept. Okay. So before going through the next part, I would like to think you need to think about this sustainability concept in very good manner. So I am giving another example and another question for you. So listen to be very carefully. Okay. You know, recently Sri Lanka doesn't have a not much kind of budget left because due to the current economical situation and everything is going there. But whatever going there when we go into the few years ago, so let me take you back to into the in 2018. Yeah, there was a small road. So I will draw that one. Okay. So this kind of narrow small road is there. It is not a village, it's kind of a town area. The road is very old. This road is constructed in the British colonial period. That's mean maybe 1902, 1904, that kind of period. So this narrow road are already now 120 years old. Okay. So here guys, from the either side of the road, there are very valuable trees are there. Can ගොඩාක් පරණ ගස් තිබ්බා මේ පරණ පටු පාරේ හරිද මම මේක මේ කොළ පාටින් ඇඳුවත් පේන්නේ නැහැ නේ. I think you can't see. Okay, I will use another color. I think this one better. No. Okay, I will use the not red color. No, I think purple color is purple. Yeah, these are very valuable trees. So they were like 150, 120 years old. Either side of the road, there are so many these kind of valuable trees. So you can see the road is already very narrow. Due to the narrow of this road, the there is heavy traffic already included in the morning session and evening session. It is difficult to move in Sri Lankan context. Vehicle are in everywhere. When you have two buses like this kind of, you think about one buses is like this one. This is one buses, okay, and there is another buses is going there. Then what will be happen? Then also this kind of then another three wheel is around their vehicle is going there. It become a mesh in those type of people, those type of vehicle in there, especially in the morning and evening hours. Everyone is getting trouble due to that. හරිද හැමෝම මෙහෙම වෙනවනේ මේ බස් හැමතැනම නවත්තලා මෙහෙ ත්‍රී වීල් ගහලා මේ බයිසිකල් අස්සෙන් ගාලා යනවා. එතකොට ඇත්තටම අපිට යන්න බෑනේ. There is a very high traffic due to that. Okay. Another thing is this road is already very narrow. Okay. මේක ගොඩක් මේ පටු පාරක් නේ තියෙන්නේ. So what are the options we can do? So only option is widening the road. I widening the road can so do not have any kind of idea. So maybe someone tell about we can put another shortcut, maybe bypass road. Because you do not have any kind of bypass road. මේ වගේ පොඩි පාරවල සාමාන්‍ය මේවා තියෙන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මේ nearly නෝරලිය වගේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට තොර in that kind of area we don't can get any kind of bypass road or maybe shortcuts. හරිද මේ ලොකු mountains වගේ තියෙන තැන්වල කඳු වගේ තියෙන තැන්වල මේ වගේ අපිට bypass road ගන්න පුළුවන්ද බෑනේ. There is no shortcut. So we have a problem. So widening the road is the most economical and sustainable way. So that is the only solution. Okay. So if we can widen the road, what are the things it will reduce the fuel consumption of all the vehicle. So that is a very good thing for us. මොකද දැන් මේ කාලේ fuel වල ගණන් වල හැටියට අපිට ඒක fuel consumption එක අඩු කරන්න පුළුවන්. Okay. And also it saves the time and the money of all the people. Okay. The society and also economically in well-bearing way. So that is a good way to do it. Okay. The people, those who are traveling daily, facing a lot of problem due to that. Okay. So they are wasting their time hours and hours. So if we are going to widen this road, so you have to cut down all the trees, the maybe some of the trees. Okay. So there is no option, but that is not a environmentally good condition. So how can we overcome this matter? So you can see this is a huge problem. Okay. So what we can do? Can't you think about some solution? There is no bypass road, no shortcut. We have to put some kind of we have to no solution. We have to do it, and we need to widen the road. Okay. So what kind of solution we can suggest? So any suggestions? Can't you think about, because now you are going to become engineers. So as engineers, you maybe face this kind of problem in a practical scenario, practical environment. Okay. So what are the solution can you given to them? Maybe lower like people, maybe TO people or some kind of technical officers maybe come up to you as a project manager. You are doing the construction management degree. So construction project management degree. So they come up to you and ask about what are the solution we can get. So one solution is, unfortunately, you are not available in the online mode because it's a pre-recorded video. So I cannot ask that questions. Okay, anyway, think about you are going to decided to construct a flyover. Is it a good option? Yeah, maybe good option, but when we are considering about the economical factors, again, it is not suitable because it costs around millions of money. So that's not going to be work. The second option we can get to know about relocated the trees. The flyover හදන එක හරියන්නේ නැහැ. The relocated tree කියන්නේ tree මේ තියෙන trees මුල් එක්ක ගලවලා අයින් කරලා වෙන කොහරි replant කරන එක. So yes, this is option. Okay. But it is also difficult to done. Why is that? So most of the trees root network are spread large area. දැන් මේ වගේ මේ root network එක පොඩු large area එක ගොඩක් තියෙනව නේද? ගොඩක් වෙලාවට මෙහෙම ගොඩාක් large area එකක තියෙනවා මේ මේක එකෙන් මේ root network. මොකද because these all the trees are about 150 years, maybe 200 years. The root have a wider network and also root are interconnected. So, but still this can be possible, relocated tree, but it will cost another money. So what are the solution we can suggest? But if we are going to widen this road, we have to cut down the trees. Yes, after widening the road, previously it would take the 40 minutes to travel along this road. Now it will be reduced to 15 minutes. So that is a very convenient method, very convenient way to do it. There's a time, but what is the suggestion? Because after cut down the trees, what kind of things we can do? Any suggestions? I think you can now at the moment think about what is I'm going to think in about what are the things I'm going to tell in next. They fulfill the environmental factors. Things what we did was at that time in 2018 I was working in the Norelia that road project. So we plant valuable trees separately as a part of the project. So that is a part of the project, okay? Not only plant, we must take maintain of that at least another some kind of period, at least another 5 to 6 7 years, because until now නැත්තම් අපි කාලයක් තියාගත්තත් තමයි මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඒකස් මැරලා යන්න පුළුවන්. So with some kind of period until it grow, okay? So that is very until it will grow. So that is a replanted tree. It will get the project cost, yes, but it needed to be done. So if we cut one tree, we plant at least 15 to 20 plants for replacing that effects. So why is that? Because these all the ancient and all the valuable trees are about 150 years old. එතකොට ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ලොකු ඔක්සිජන් කන්සන්ට්‍රේෂන් එකක් nature එකට ලැබෙනවා. එතකොට ඒ වුණාම අපි එක ගහක් කපලා ගස් එකක් හිටවලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. That is not going to be work. At least we have to plant another 15 to 20 plant for the replacing that effect. Then the future generation can get these kind of resources. Sir, the resources නැති වෙලා යන්නේ. So you can see, so not only learning about sustainability development, so you have to know about how we can use these sustainability development into the as a practically ඇත්තටම ඔයාලට මේ පාවිච්චි කරන්න බැරි නම් කිසිම තේරුමක් නැහැ. සමහර ලාට ඇත්තටම මම බොරු කියන්න ඕනේ when I am in my graduate period, when I was in my graduation and undergraduate life, the මට මතකයි first year එකේ I was thinking about that sustainability mean green building. Green building කියලා මම මොකද හිතුවේ? මං හිතුවේ green building එකක් හදලා ඒක වටේ ගස් වල තියෙන එක තමයි ෂෝක් කැඩේ කියලා. එහෙම තමයි මුල්ම කාලේ හිතුවේ හරිද? But that is wrong. The sustainability, there are so many things. So knowing the fundamental is very important. That is the things I wanted to tell about you. Okay. Right. Okay. I think you get the idea about that. So let's move to the next part. Okay. Okay. The next part is sustainability development goals. Look at that. The sustainability development. Okay. I will get the highlighter. The sustainable development goals were set in 2050. So that is another very critical thing. By United National General Assembly. එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ මේ සංවිධානය කරපු සමිට් එකකින් තමයි they were set in 2050 are intended to by achieve by year 2030. එකන ඒගොල්ලෝ 2030 දී මේක, so they were planned to achieve this kind of thing. So these goals were set in 2015 and after that they are thinking about to achieve this thing in 2030. That's another important thing. Okay, so one important question is, why is that sustainability development goals were set in 2050? So why they can't do it in the previous years, maybe 2000, maybe 1990? Why is that? Any reason behind that? The main thing is when you're talking about the 19th century, 18th century, or maybe 20th century, in that kind of period, the most of the resources are available in the world. The growth population is already in some kind of high level, but whatever going there, it will not affect it to the resources. Okay, resources are freely available, so people already in there, they are not thinking about that kind of thing. But what the current condition is, you can see the resources are already the the resources percentage is already very, in a very low percentage, and also the growth rate of the population is already very high. So due to that, we have a lack of resources, so we have to think about how we can use these resources in proper sustainable manner, and also how we can also making sure that the future generation it also get the opportunity to fulfill their own needs. So that is the main thing. Okay, so that is why they are thinking about these kind of things. And this summit, after finishing this summit, United Nations General Assembly summit, they thinking about achieving these sustainability goal by the year 2030. So I will show you the that goals. Okay, so these are the goals. You can see there are 17 goals presented at the United Nations General Assembly in 2050. So what are these? The first one is no poverty. දුප්පත්කම දුරු කරනවා කියන්නේ දරිද්‍රතාවය. Okay, then what will be happen? All the people have money, the proper income. Zero hunger, good health and well-being. Quality education is very important. You can see when you're talking about the quality education, that is a social sustainability things. Gender equality, social sustainability thing. Clean water and sanitation. So that's another important factor for the all the health environment conditions, social conditions. That's a very important. Affordable and clean energy, decent work and the economical growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduce the inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, the climate action. So we have to think about there's a at the moment there's so many problems are already happening in the world. The deflection of ozone layer, not only that, greenhouse gas emission. එතකොට මේ greenhouse gas emission එක නිසා heat එක වැඩි වෙලා තිනවා, temperature එක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් earth එකේ. So you have to think about මේ දේවල් ගැන හිතන්න ඕනේ. Okay, life below water, so what will be happen there? Okay, life on the land. So these are very critical things. Okay, and peace, justice and strong institution. So very important. හරිද? මේ දේවල් ගැන හිතන්න ඕනේ. දැන් පහුගිය දවස්වලත් අපි දන්නවා රුසියාව යුක්‍රේන එහෙම දවස බැටල් ඕකේ හරියට නම් third world war ගාවේ හරිද? එතකොට මේ දේවල් ගැන we have to think about. Okay, the partnership for the goals. So there are so many things. Now you can think about the present situation of the world. Think about world people can achieve these kind of things. Now we are in the 2020. Now we are, let's try to move into the 2030. That's mean 2023. Okay, so that's mean there are only 7 years remaining. So we can't see at the moment we can achieve this target. So why we that? So why is that? So I wanted to think about these things because the learning something is not going to be work. Okay, you have to think about these things in logical manner. That is the way to do it. Okay, so don't think about only Sri Lanka because Sri Lanka is at extreme case at the moment. Okay, think about global wise. Okay, so those are the things I wanted to cover in my first lecture, and that is the thing I want to tell you. Okay, the main thing that is important. Okay, so I hope you already clear about this kind of concept and everything there. So you can go through the lecture material. So look at that, everything will be already put into there. So when you are free, you can read. You can download the lectures material from the Google Drive. In the meantime, think about that. Just go through this, and then I think you can get the proper idea about this one. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about the green building concept. I'm sure you will find many interesting in there also. Okay, guys, I believe your energy and also enthusiasm and also passion will be remaining until end of this lecture. Not only that, end of the all the degree period. Okay, so thank you for the participation and see you all in the next lecture. Thank you for listening this one. Okay.